Sometimes we'll think about, well, I'll just go to retreat. I'll figure that out and then I'll go zooming on with my life. It needs to be a daily practice and it needs to be throughout the day in various forms as well, in my opinion, from when I see people truly not only accessing what they truly desire, but making progress and feeling good in the process. Hi, welcome to the Connect with Sheila podcast. I'm an entrepreneur, self-care strategist, and creator of the Seasons self-care app. I'm committed to helping you reconnect to your purpose, elevate your well-being, and build your version of a happy, successful life. You're listening to a Monday minisode where I share an insight designed to help you live into what lights you up this week. When you take a look at the Season Self-Care app and you take a look at all of the different things that I've been providing content around over the last 3 years in particular, and really in the last decade, about self-care and its connection to everything in our life, you'll understand that it really is foundational. And I talk about self-care being for life and business. So often we disconnect the two. We feel like we have our self-care for when we're off schedule, off the calendar, but really it is something we can bring into our businesses, into our careers, into our relationships. It is multifaceted. The Seasons Collective and anyone involved in any of my programs in the Seasons Self-Care app, they are interested in expanding businesses and life by alchemizing presence, play, and pleasure into regenerative creative flow and financial abundance. So let me just tell you, it really is about growth because you are only going to expand to the extent that you allow yourself to. And this allowing comes when you truly know what you want. In order to do that, you need to create space to reconnect with your deepest desires. So when I talk about this reconnection, we can think about what is it that we really, really want. And when you are quiet enough and when you have it as a practice to tune into not only what you want, but how are you doing in moving in that direction? And what other elements of your life are also connected? Because we don't live in a vacuum, right? We don't work in a vacuum. Everything we do affects everything. And I've heard someone say, I don't know who it was, but everything is everything, right? The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. And so it's an energy. And so in terms of protecting our energy, in terms of really caring for ourselves in a way that allows us to access those things we really, really desire, we need to start by the reconnection. We need to start by getting quiet. I talk about that a lot, but it's something that we don't do often enough. Sometimes we'll think about, well, I'll just go to retreat. I'll figure that out and then I'll go zooming on with my life. It needs to be a daily practice and it needs to be throughout the day in various forms as well, in my opinion, from when I see people truly not only accessing what they truly desire, but making progress and feeling good in the process. I'll give you an example. If you've ever felt like you've been running through a launch phase or in just a really busy time, I mean, we're in one right now as we approach the end of this year, you say to yourself maybe things like, okay, I'm really feeling it. I'm feeling tired, but I just need to get through this week, or I just need to get through this launch period, or I just need to get through this next release or this to the end of the month. And then I'll relax and then I'll feel better. And what invariably happens? Do you actually feel better when you get there? Or do you feel so depleted? You wonder, why are you doing this work that you're doing? Why are you so exhausted? Why are your relationships not working well? The idea here with self-care strategy is to be able to look at your entire life and support every element so that when you're hit with very busy times and when things come out of the blue that you don't expect that cause stress, because that happens, that is life. In fact, I had a few of those situations happen for me this week. What do we do? If you are caring for yourself throughout each day, you are much better equipped to be able to handle those stressors. And it can feel like a whole other checklist to check off, but I want you to know that when you identify the one thing that helps everything in your life improve, that's the place to start. And you make that a practice. And you make that the place you go in order to fuel everything else. So as you're entering into yet another week, and probably a busier week than you're used to, perhaps at this time of year, I want you to really put something on your calendar, 30 minutes for you to be quiet with yourself where there's going to be no distractions. You can do this out in nature. I find that's often a really beautiful place to do this because you realize your life is so much more expansive than this maybe box you put yourself in like either your home or your office or your car. And so when you take this 30 minutes, you have it on your calendar, you treat it like you would any other meeting or appointment. This is for you and your soul. And when you prioritize that time, I want you to really think about what is the one thing that you feel you could do that would make everything easier because you'll feel better. Only you have the answer to that. And so only you can get quiet to find out what that is. You're going to access that. Even if you just get a microcosm, a glimpse at what it might be, you've made progress. And I invite you to have something regularly on your calendar for this. You probably already take a walk, work out, you brush your teeth. I mean, we have things we do. Hopefully you brush your teeth. We do these things every single day. Why don't we just factor in this little reconnection piece and make it very intentional so that instead of maybe taking in tons of content constantly through the day, you access what is coming from within. I would love to hear how it goes for you because once you have that one thing identified, you can start to filter everything on your calendar, everything on your agenda, whether you're working for yourself or someone else, you filter it through that particular thing that you feel will help everything else be easier. You may find many other tasks and events will fall away. And that gives you the space to really make the progress that you were born for. If you got something valuable from this episode, I would really love for you to share it with a friend. If you're feeling this way, you're probably not alone. This time of year is a time where we all are kind of moving towards a certain energetic vibe. Some people are slowing down already. Some people are still speeding up. There's something about this time of the year, I've been mentioning it a lot lately, where if we really make a few microcosm shifts, we can look at the next months and even the next year through new eyes, feeling good because you deserve pleasure, you deserve peace, and you deserve to feel good while you are doing your work in the world. And hopefully when you get quiet, you'll really access what is your soul work. You might be in a situation where, you're kind of going through the day to day, you need to be doing this work, but it's maybe not lighting you up like it used to, or there's a shift you need to make. This is going to help you to really tap into how you can make some little changes to really get towards those things that you want. So thank you so much for being here. It means the world to me that you listen and that you share these episodes. Of course, throw out a review. 5 stars is always great. It really boosts the visibility of these episodes when you share them. That's why I ask. I appreciate you so much. And I wish you all the very best this week. Have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. Big blessings.